Let's start with Fauci. The man goes to Congress and gets asked questions, and brace yourself, invokes the fifth. You know, the one in the actual Constitution, the one that literally says you don't have to talk if it might get you into trouble. The founders wrote it. It's been around since powdered wigs were the height of fashion. But suddenly, people are furious. How dare he use his rights? What's he hiding? Why won't he incriminate himself for my entertainment? And here's the part that makes the outrage even funnier. President Donald Trump invoked the Fifth Amendment over 400 times during a New York civil fraud deposition. 400 times. Same constitutional right, same protection, same legal mechanism, different outrage level. So if pleading the Fifth is automatically suspicious, then we've got a lot of suspicious people in American politics. Now flip the coin. These same folks, same energy, same volume, are screaming that block cameras violate their rights. Let's clear something up. Block cameras are pointing at roads, intersections, entrances, exits, parking lots, trails, neighborhoods, HOAs, basically the same spots where you or your license plate are already visible to every human, raccoon, and passing Google Street View car. There is no expectation of privacy in public. That is not my opinion. That is decades of case law. If you're out in public, you are public. If you don't want to be seen, well, I don't know, stay out of the public. So let me get this straight. A man uses a constitutional right that's been around since the founders were arguing about powdered wig humidity, and that's suspicious. But when a camera is recording something that is already in public, that's tyranny. This is like being mad at someone that used a crosswalk, but being totally fine when someone sprints across an interstate blindfolded. And here's the part that nobody wants to talk about. You're worried about flock cameras, public cameras in public spaces, but you're walking around with a phone that can take photos, send them to strangers, upload them to the cloud, and leak them faster than you can say, I definitely read the terms and conditions. Most states in America are one-party consent states, meaning that only one person in the conversation has to agree to record it. That's 38 states. 38. So your phone is a bigger surveillance device than any flock camera ever will be. And unlike your phone, where malicious people can send malicious stuff to other malicious people and nobody ever knows, flock cameras log everything. If someone misuses a flock camera, they get caught much faster because there's a record, which is why you hear of people getting caught misusing flock cameras. They're getting caught. There's a paper trail, a digital breadcrumb buffet. Compare that to unsanctioned stakeouts, private investigators hiding in bushes, random people blackmailing you with their phone, or your phone company, which you blindly believes protects you because you clicked agree while half asleep. Please, you're about as safe as a screen door on a submarine. And look, I don't disagree that it looks shady when anyone pleads the Fifth a bunch of times. Fauci, Trump, anybody. It doesn't look great on them, but looking bad and being unconstitutional are two very different things. The Fifth Amendment is an actual right, not a narrative pretzel that people twist depending on who they like this week. So if you're going to be outraged, at least be consistent. Don't yell constitutional when it's convenient and then throw it out the window when it doesn't fit your narrative. Rights don't work like a buffet. You don't get to pick the ones you like and then send the rest back to the kitchen. So to the Constitution, may we all learn to read it before we start to yell about it. I love you all. I hope you all have a safe, blessed, and wonderful day. And be consistent in your arguments. Otherwise, you look like a fool. Remember, Jesus loves you.